NBL Sunday, time to preview two games. We have teams coming into their second game of the weekend. As we move into the NBL 25 season proper, we will have multiple teams playing double game weekends, which is fantastic. It means that we can see what's happening, see the momentum, see the trends, and jump on them. Two games, Illawarra versus Sydney, both teams coming into their second game of the weekend. And then the New Zealand Breakers up against South East Melbourne, who played on Thursday night. Now, the Illawarra Hawks and the Sydney Kings, as I said, both have played two games already this season and are 2-0. So the winner of this game will likely take the lead of the NBL 25 ladder. And in our opinion, it's going to be the Illawarra Hawks. Now, why, you ask me? Well, it's going to be their big men, okay? So points in the paint. Illawarra scored 10 more points in the paint in round one than any other team. Guys like Lockie Olbrich, Darius Days were really big. Sam Froling getting in under the rim and putting the ball in the basket. Sydney have some big guys. Lua Pepe, Cam, Space Cam, Oliver, and Xavier Cooks all can defend well. But I think that the pure depth of the Illawarra Hawks in these positions is going to be the best for them. They also won their last two games over Sydney. Obviously, Sydney a different lineup now, but those trends do hold over time. Illawarra have scored an average of 107.5 points per game in their opening two matches. So they are a team that like to get out, get the ball rolling, shoot and score. Lock in Illawarra Hawks to win in game one. Game two now, it is the New Zealand Breakers up against South East Melbourne. South East Melbourne are 0-2 coming into this one. Lost on Thursday in the throwdown against Melbourne United and also took a loss out of Hoops Fest. Now, they're coming up against a New Zealand team that played Brisbane last week and were missing Freddie Gillespie. And we all thought that, okay, well, they're going to be dominated at the post and under the rim. But they weren't. Sam Manninger had a great game and was licking up the rebounds and scoring points at will. They're going to come into this one now against the South East Melbourne Phoenix team that like to shoot the ball, that like to try and score and outscore you in games. They're not a great defensive team and their discipline is pretty bad. I think the Breakers will win this game and it's going to be off the back of their structured and efficient ball usage. The thing that worries me is their turnovers. And so they had the most turnovers of any team in round one with 17. But I think that is probably due to some players just trying to glue and trying to figure each other out, be in the right spots. I would expect that number to come down as the season progresses, and especially in this game against a team that is probably not playing the most pressurized defense. The bench unit of New Zealand, I think, were one of the big positives out of their win over against Brisbane. Scored 32 points, and I think all but one of the players from the bench unit had a positive plus minus in the game against Brisbane. You compare that to the South East Melbourne team, who are still trying to find their structure and their rotations and who's playing minutes and who is the scorer or who is the distributor. I think they still need a few more weeks to kind of figure things out there for the Phoenix. So New Zealand will win this game. They will minimise their turnovers and play a much tougher defence, which will restrict South East Melbourne in point scoring, which will end up New Zealand winning the game. Have a great NBL weekend. Don't forget to let us know what you think by clicking the subscribe or commenting on the videos.